Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Now today we're going to be looking at an updated Blue Eyes deck using Ultimate Dragons, which I believe it's a better skill than Alternative Dragon. That might be a hot take, but this skill does so much for the deck now that I just can't see myself not using it if I'm going to try to play Blue Eyes. But anyway, the text in game has not been updated yet. I think that will happen when the actual ban list goes into effect. But if you update your game, whether that's on phone or Steam, actually I'm not sure on Steam. On phone at the very least, if you update the game, you can have access to the buff skill, which says at the beginning of the duel, add Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon to your extra deck. Now Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon is a fusion monster that requires 2 Blue Eyes on the field, or if you're going to use polymerization, you know, just 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Other than that, if you have 2 Blue Eyes on the field, you can contact Fuse into Twin Burst. It is a monster that can attack twice, cannot be destroyed by a battle, and anything that it battles that is not destroyed at the end of the battle phase gets banished. So that is an out for a lot of things that Blue Eyes used to struggle with. One of the things that comes to mind is Saber Dancer. Blue Eyes struggle outing Saber Dancer because you cannot target it. Most of the Blue Eyes removal within the deck, you know, it's gonna require you to target a monster, so you couldn't do that. Well, now you can attack into Saber Dancer. You're not gonna be destroyed by battle, and you're gonna banish it. It's really good, but I think the crazy part about this skill is the second part. Can be used on turn 3 and onward by revealing 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand to your opponent. Add polymerization to your hand from outside of your deck. The skill can only be used once per duel. Now that is crazy because even if you obviously the polymerization is so you can go into Twin Burst Dragon, but you don't have to use it in that way. You're adding a free card just by showing your opponent 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now you can use that card as discard fodder for a Geki Break, for, you know, Divine Wrath, any of the back row that Blue Eyes already runs, because you'll still have access to your Twin Burst as long as you have 2 Blue Eyes on the field. You just contact Fuse them, and then you don't need the polymerization. So you just get a free card for like no reason. And I think that is where this skill really shines, because one of the things Blue Eyes struggles with is card advantage. You know, a lot of times you have all your powerful back row, but you've run out of cards, you've run out of resources, and just adding one from outside the deck, I think is pretty strong. So this is the deck list I'm running. Obviously you don't see the Twin Burst right here on the skill, but as soon as we get into a duel, I'll stop and I'll go over it again. But yeah, this is pretty standard. I mean, what I'm trying to do is get 2 Blue Eyes in my hand, get the polymerization, and then use that as discard fodder, or get 2 Blue Eyes on the field, go into Twin Burst, and then beat my opponent. Other than that, the deck functions as a regular Blue Eyes deck. You know, you have your 3 White Stone of Ancients alongside your 3 Sage. We have 1 Dragon Spirit of White, which is super good because I'm running double Silver Scry. Silver Scry is gonna let me bring him back from the graveyard and then just banish my opponent's back row. So this is my main way of taking care of back row. I threw in 1 White Stone of Legend because if this gets destroyed, or if you discard it for anything, you get to add a Blue Eyes to your hand. And again, one of the objectives of this deck is to get 2 Blue Eyes to your hand. Even if you don't draw him, you can always summon it with White Stone of Ancients, and then, you know, go into your Synchro play, summon your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, add it back by banishing the White Stone of Ancients. Yeah, so it's super easy to have 2 Blue Eyes to get this skill going. And then we have 1 Master with Eyes of Blue. I'm not 100% sure this is needed. I'm running 21 cards right now. You can probably cut this and run it at 20. But I like having that extra tuner. And you know, he's a really good way to recycle your tuners. So 3 Blue Eyes, 1 Melody of Awakening Dragon. Discard any card, search 2 Blue Eyes. If you discard White Stone of Legend, you get your 3 Blue Eyes to your hand. It's kind of nuts. Triple Regeki Break. I would cut this to 2 if I had double Karma Cut. I would run 2 Karma Cut, 2 Regeki Break, and then Divine Wrath, because monster effects right now are way too strong. So I like this better than Ultimate Providence. Even though most of the time we're discarding the monster, I want to be able to discard anything I have just to negate a monster effect. The extra deck is pretty standard, I think, for Blue Eyes. Double Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. I'm running double Asherize because I do want to get my Blue Eyes from the graveyard. So, you know, if my first one gets destroyed, I might go into a second one just so I can get those Blue Eyes on the field and then go into my fusion. One Michael, in case I need to banish anything, you can go into Spirit Dragon from it. And then if you have your boy like Master with Ice of Blue, you can just tribute the Michael, summon the Blue Eye Spirit back onto the field. And then one Vermilion Dragon mech, pretty standard there, I believe. And let's go ahead and show you guys some replay. This deck was super fun. I was playing it this morning. I ran into a very special duelist, and legitimately my first run with the deck. So my boy Sean, he's a huge supporter of the channel. He also streams and has his own YouTube channel, so definitely check him out if you know him. I'll link his Twitch and his YouTube on the comment section. But yeah, he's playing one of my favorite decks, Kappa. He was playing Ritual Beast. Actually, Sean, if you're watching this, as soon as I saw that you were playing Ritual Beast, I almost insta scooped because I was like, he knows I hate this deck, and it would be really funny if I just immediately scoop. But I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. So anyway, I know I need to destroy the Counterhawk before he banishes a resource, so we just get rid of that. He has a face down, but he's gonna take 2,800 damage immediately. So I'm gonna have to be aggressive here. I try to go for Spirit Eyes because that's gonna keep his fusion monsters from tagging out and summoning 2 monsters at the same time. You can only summon 1. He goes for the Petal Fin. I could have Divine Rat there, but I wanted to wait. Plus, if he sent my Blue Eyes back to the hand, then I could just discard the Blue Eyes and bring him back with Silver Scry. That was kind of the plan anyway. So this was fine here. Tamer Lara is going to bring back the Winda. I could have negated this right here, but I was like, you know what? It's whatever. We're going to let him do his thing. Here's what I got scared though. He added the Winda, and he was going to send back my Stone, and I was like, I don't want to have my field open. And if he like contact fuses and doesn't do anything else, he could just attack for a game. Because I don't have a Blue Eyes in the graveyard, I don't have anything, so I have to go ahead and negate that just to make sure I don't lose. He goes into the contact fuse, ulti Petal Fin, which cannot be destroyed by card effects. So we're gonna go ahead and banish the back row. I'm gonna activate Dragon Spirit of White, summon the Blue Eyes so that I can go into Spirit Eye. Okay, White Stone of Ancients is going to summon another Blue Eyes at the end phase. And we can chill because he has no resources. He's just kind of walling up with the Petal Fin. We pick up a Silver Scry, so let's go ahead and banish that back row. Dragon Spirit of White. Now he's gonna Canadia, and then as soon as my Spirit Eye is face down, he's gonna tag out and bring out 2 Winda, which is really smart. So I'm gonna use Sage to bring out a second Blue Eyes, and now that I have 2 Blue Eyes on the field, it's time to contact fuse. Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. So here it is, 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. Must be either fusion summon or special summon by sending the above monster you control to the graveyard, in which case you do not use polymerization. Cannot be special summoned by other ways. Cannot be destroyed by battle. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. That is the important part, and that's why I went into him instead of just, you know, keeping the 2 Blue Eyes. Alright, White Stone of Ancients is gonna add a Blue Eyes back to my hand. Gonna destroy the Winda, negate the Winda. Okay, now we destroy the second one. He's gonna summon a Hawk. We're gonna destroy that as well, and he's in a top deck situation. Goes for the set. Double attack. I can't double attack. It has to be monster. So destroy it and hit him with 2,500 directly. Yeah, so GG. But yeah, as you can see, this deck can be very aggressive. And I mean, I pretty much had to be. If you sit and you let Ritual Beasts get their card advantage going, you're probably gonna have a bad time. But anyway, here we go against Shadow Game. It's like I just duel all my favorite decks this morning. So in this situation, you're gonna see just me banishing a lot of his back row with the Spirit Eyes. Spirit Dragon, I should say. Alright, set a monster, set a card. He goes for the Canadian. I'm like, okay, whatever. Use your back row, my guy. Sets another back row, burns for 100. Alright, we're gonna use Sage to summon Dragon Spirit of White. Dragon Spirit of White, banish a back row. We're gonna tag him out to summon Blue Eyes. And then we're gonna activate the Silver Scribe, banish the other card. And I'm just trying to put pressure here. That's all I'm doing. If he Lava Golems me, it's whatever. You know, we're trying to get resources out of his hand and field. Alright, at the end phase, another Blue Eyes. We keep the Regeki Break in hand so we can use it with Divine Wrath in case we need to. Mask of the Accursed on a Blue Eyes and summons Amazonian Swordswoman. So no Kydroid, he goes with Amazonian Swordswoman. We're gonna contact Fuse into Twin Burst, summon the White Stone of Legend, go into Vermilion, pop the back row, add a Blue Eyes as well. Pop the back row, add a Blue Eyes from the graveyard. Now we're gonna show him both Blue Eyes, grab a Poly, and now we have fodder for our Regeki Break, basically. Destroy the Amazon Swordswoman, hit him for 3000. He's gonna set a monster, Regeki Break, discard the free polymerization that we grab, and we get the scoop. Alright, Ego Sax, what do you got? Oh, this was completely a back row win. Like, I won because of all my back row. But you know what? So what? We out here playing Blue Eyes and we're winning. So we have a bunch of back row, but the good thing is that the White Stone of Legend is gonna give us a Blue Eyes, which that's gonna be, you know, additional discard fodder for Divine Wrath. Alright, White Stone of a Legend, add a Blue Eyes. It's gonna summon Fortune Lady Water, hit me for 1200. We're gonna set the Karma Cut. Water activates, we're gonna go ahead and Divine Wrath. Alright, ends his turn. Set the Regeki Break. Doesn't do anything, so we're gonna destroy something with the Regeki Break. Summon the Dragon Spirit of White, banish a card. Enemy controller, not gonna matter, obviously, because I can just switch my monster back into attack. White Stone of Ancients, get the Blue Eyes back, show him both Blue Eyes, get the Poly, and we're gonna go for lethal. Now this put me in a little bit of a dangerous position because if he were to survive, my Karma Cut is dead. But I felt confident enough going with the Twin Burst play, it pays off, and we get the win. It's so good, man. Like, I know Alternative Eyes is amazing. It really is. But Twin Burst is really good. And the free poly is just amazing. It truly de-bricks your hand. You know, there used to be like, oh, I top deck another Blue Eyes. I got nothing to do with 2 Blue Eyes in my hand. I guess I scoop. Well, now, show the poly. And at least get a Twin Burst Dragon on the field, you know? Okay, we have a pretty good hand. All of our tuners, basically. Sage is going to send the White Stone of Legend. White Stone Legend is going to add a Blue Eyes. Dragon Spirit of White is going to banish the back row. And we set up a Karma Cut for next turn. Hit him for 2500. Goes for the fusion time. Sends back a card to get a polymerization. Cyber Dark Cannon adds a Cyber Dark Edge. I had no idea what I was going up against right here. Goes for the polymerization. Summons a Cat Dancer. Now I wish it would have been a Saber Dancer because then we could have Twin Burst and that would have been really fun. But that's fine. He's going to turn my attack to 0, which doesn't really matter because I can just tag out. Summons a Cyber Dark Edge. We're going to go ahead and banish that. That's going to give us a Blue Eyes at the end phase. And we're going to summon a Blue Eyes so this Cat Dancer can't even get over us. Now it cannot be destroyed by battle, but we would have had 2 Blue Eyes at the end phase. Contact Fuse into Twin Burst. Banish it with the first attack. And that's pretty much it. So my opponent just scoops. Which one was that one actually? Was that Ego Sax? No, Ego Sax was Fortune Ladies. So now on to the last replay. This one is against Black Wings. And this is where the deck just absolutely pops off. Most of what I did, completely unnecessary. The duel was over. But nevertheless, you're able to go off. I mean, really go off, as you will see in this one. Alright, so we see the Harpy's Hunting Ground. Not the best hand, but we're on top deck of Blue Eyes, so that's really good. Add 2 more Blue Eyes to our hand. It's not turn 3, so we can't actually get the Polymerization yet. I'm just gonna summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Sage is gonna add a White Stone of Ancients. We're gonna go into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, set the Raigeki break, hit him for 25. Now he has a Cosmic Cyclone because they always do. I'm still gonna use the Raigeki break, get rid of Field Spell. Okay, Black Whirlwinds, summon Chris. He adds a Sephiroth. Summons the Gale, and I didn't have to tag out here, but the reason why I tag out is because if I let him Synchro Summon and then I try to tag out, he might have a close, and then he just negates my tag out and I could lose. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tag here. I'm also kind of forcing him to go into the Chidori right away, because he's gonna have to get over me through battle. He cannot destroy my... He can't even target my Ash Rise this turn. Instead, he goes for Ancient Fairy Dragon, special summons a Sephiroth, which is super weird. But you know what? No mercy. Dragon Spirit of White, banish the Whirlwind. Ash Rise activates. We're gonna chain Dragon Spirit of White for the lulz. So now we have 2 Blue Eyes on the board. Yep. We're gonna contact Fuse into Twin Burst Dragon, so his entire field is gone just from the Twin Burst. But now we're gonna add a Blue Eyes back to our hand, show him both, get the Poly for free, activate Silver Scribe because why not? And now, with 3 Blue Eyes on the field, Polymerization. Summon the Neo's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, the Ultimate BM. Attack twice, banish the Ancient Fairy Dragon, 4500 to the face. GG. I'm super stoked about this deck. I don't know where it's gonna fall in the meta, but I think it's really strong, man. I really do. I really do. Honestly, depending on how relevant they end up being, I mean, if the meta shifts to like Buster Blader, then GG, nothing I can do. But I might try to use Blue Eyes to get the King of Games next season. Like, that's how excited I am about the deck now that we have this new skill. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about this skill? Does it matter? Is Alternative Ice still the best skill to use with the deck? Did I change your mind? You know, just say something there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.